friend and I decided to hop on Minecraft on the server that I made. I get in, spawn point got no trees. So I traveled, I started making my own base, went adventuring, got lost, didn't find my base, decided to make a new base, and I made a treehouse because I thought it would be easier to find next time. Somehow found my old base, took all the resources from the old base to the treehouse. Danish joined in. He decided to travel to find me, and we did that for half an hour before realizing I could have just teleported him. So as soon as Danish was here, he started mining out resources to build a portal, and immediately we jumped in, and he said the plan was to find a fortress in the nether and loot them, but you'll see what happens.
Bright Gaming says so dat why. Feather Eye says what? Bright Gaming says we in the ceiling. Bright Gaming says damn. Feather Eye says Holra is this. Bright Gaming says honestly I don't know. Feather Eye says oh shit where you at?
Hey, bestie. Alrighty, nighty-night.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Bright Gaming says follow me I remember the core. Bright Gaming says wait or you could just kill yourself. Feather Eye says I'm drowning myself.
Tonight's the night. And it's going to happen again and again. Has to happen.
Feather Eye says dude. Feather Eye says when I got respawn after dying in Nether, it says base got obstructed or something. Bright Gaming says oh we forgot to sleep in bed.
Okay, right after we got back to our base, I had to say goodbye and log out because at that point it was already late evening and I had things to do. And what you're seeing here right now was the second day of the gameplay, and Danish wasn't here yet, so I decided to spend the free time to redecorate and renovate the house. And that's it. That's exactly what I did. is there a piglin? Oh, it came out of the portal. Oh, Danish. Danish has joined.
Bright Gaming says damn. Feather Eye says yeah. Feather Eye says I like the farm.
You know, in this moment, I kinda expected him to say something, but instead he just stared at me. It was kinda weird.
Bright Gaming says it still ain't done.
Ah, of course it doesn't. What do you mean ain't done? That looks kinda done to me. I mean, it got lots of crops and carrots. Yeah. I'm gonna chop some trees.
Feather Eye says damn. Bright Gaming says I found cave. Bright Gaming says very big. Feather Eye says damn cool. Bright Gaming says very demure. Feather Eye says very mindful. Bright Gaming says almost fell in it. Feather Eye says damn. Feather Eye says I'm out here harvesting trees. Bright Gaming says damn mineshaft. Feather Eye says damn. Bright Gaming says I might die. Feather Eye says damn. Bright Gaming says NBM I live. Feather Eye says cool. Bright Gaming says damn. Feather Eye says damn. Bright Gaming says damn what?
No.
Bright Gaming says damn trial chamber. Feather Eye says damn. Feather Eye says damn our farm is Geno Mouse bro. Bright Gaming says yeah and I want to make it bigger.
What?
Bright Gaming says so taught it'll be very big.
Oh no, bro.
Bright Gaming says very demure. Bright Gaming says I'm hungry. Featherai says hungry IRL or game. Bright Gaming says both. Featherai says
Oh man, he really wasn't kidding.
Bright Gaming says I found 4 diamonds.
Yes, good job, Danish.
Featherai says can make enchanting table. Bright Gaming says we can make enchanting table now. Bright Gaming says okay, we got LVL 30 enchant now.
How does
Featherai says damn.
do so much?
Bright Gaming says I'd Imma go do something really dangerous now. Featherai says I'd be careful.
Oi. Oi. Hey. Why I got diamond like? Like why I got diamond?
Featherai says TF diamonds on trees. Bright Gaming says whoa what? Featherai says I was chopping trees and suddenly got diamonds. Bright Gaming says damn. Bright Gaming says oh. Featherai says Bright Gaming says wandering villager. Featherai says oh. Featherai says I put my copper and diamonds in your chest Bright Gaming says I.
Oh. Oh, we're still going at it. Very mindful, resourceful, very demure.
Bright Gaming says it can be bigger.
Danish, what you mean, bigger? Is it not enough for you yet? Look around, look around.
Bright Gaming says I won't stop.
Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around. How long have you known? Well, the next day, he's still farming, and we tried to we tried to harvest the sweet berries that I've planted a long time ago. And yeah, we both died. Do you remember when he said that he was gonna do something dangerous? Yes, so this is what he meant. This tunnel hole that he's been digging is magnificent. Maybe we do need more farms.
Bright Gaming says Onith farm is 2% complete. Featherai says damn that was good. Featherai says Imma build a storage house. Bright Gaming says damn ugh height. Featherai says where do you think should I build it? Bright Gaming says right here is I think.
Enough cinematic moments. Now you get time-lapse. Again, boring time-lapse. The reason I wanted to build a storage house was that I figured that since Danish is quite a productive player, I figured he'll be collecting as many items as possible as he could. So I figured, oh, he would need more storage soon. So I made this sort of for him. And if you can see here, there's like a few obvious noticeable cutoffs. It's because I was looking through YouTube tutorials on this storage house templates. It took me a while. It took me way longer than it should have been, actually. It was nerve-wracking, and I needed woods, I needed cobblestone. I used deep slate because we didn't have any cobblestone, and I saw that, oh, Danish has deep slates. So I was just like, alright, I'm gonna borrow these. And then here it is. The storage house. Fully complete. Very, very cute, see? Very demure. Yeah. Now let's look at the insides. Look at this. Lots of double chest. Oh man, I used lots of woods for this. Lots of work. Let's take a look around. The design for the front and the back of this storage house was fairly similar, except for this obvious, window. And the front has like an arch door. Yeah, I'm bad in narrating.
Featherai says I'm bringing pigs. Featherai says there are 7 of them. Bright Gaming says damn.
Pigs! Pigs!
Featherai says okay, pigs secured.
You're probably wondering what was happening in here now. What was happening is that the next day when I logged into our server, I saw that Danish did this. He told me he was building a barn, and I was excited to check it out. But what I wasn't expecting was this. Hi Fatin, if you're reading this, I just wanted to tell you that I did some minor change to the storage house because I was afraid it might catch on fire because of lightning, and the bushes are just an extra bonus. That's so cute. And he decorated my storage house. He puts lanterns and bushes. love the sheep, but where's my pigs, Dan? Where are my pigs? My friends. Pigs! Pigs! By the way, Danish, I'm absolutely minding the flowers. The flowers are so cute. Thank you. Now let's see, what else have you done? Lanterns inside, very demure. 2 lanterns? You put lanterns. Has he put anything inside yet? Okay, this one's empty. See? I told you he's gonna put something there someday. Oh, he changed the orientation of the stairs. Very good, very demure.